People who know costume design know who Edith Head is. People who don't know costume design probably never heard of her. But as soon as you start talking about movies that she designed for, or even what she looked like, people go, of course, I know who Edith Head is. And what's so amazing about Edith Head is that she was the first female head of a costume design studio.
Well, first off, Edith Head had the longest career of any woman in Hollywood, and that's a record she still holds. She came to Paramount in 1924, she left Paramount in 1967 and went to Universal Studios, and she remained there until her death in 1981. So she really did work right up until she died. Her last film at Universal was Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid with Steve Martin.
It's interesting to think about what is it about Edith Head's designs that leave a lasting legacy. And that, for me, has been something I've found quite fascinating because there's sort of two camps, those who loved Edith Head and those who thought she wasn't very good. And I think those who thought she wasn't very good was because she wasn't necessarily a very flamboyant designer. She wasn't one of those designers who then became a famous couturier afterwards or was a couturier beforehand. She wasn't like Adrian or Erte or any of those incredible designers that we know. But what she did so well was that she could really hone in on the character in the film that the director was trying to, or the writer had tried to create, and create costumes that really complemented that character. And not only did they complement the character, in some ways actually helped some of the actors kind of channel those characters and become those characters when they were actually acting. So, it was a really important role she played where her costumes didn't overshadow the characters in the films.
Edith was brilliant person at hiding people's figure flaws. She knew how to drape or how to cut a garment to make it look flattering on you. And actresses like that, because let's face it, nobody has a perfect body. Nobody. And so she was able to see those flaws and really fix them. It was camouflage. She loved to refer to it as camouflage, which it really was. The other thing about Edith, she wasn't exactly charming, but she was diplomatic, and that is the difference. She was a diplomat when it came to dealing with producers, directors, and the actors. But she really went to the actors first to find their opinion and to see, well, what would you like? What works for you in this character? It was all about building the character. It wasn't about how pretty you're going to look on screen, although we want you to look nice, but it was what does the character say about this costume. And so she really did, that was something different that Edith did that the other designers at other studios weren't really building on, was character. A lot of the other studios were dealing with glamour, make them look as glamorous as possible. Edith made them look glamorous, but it was in the context of the character, which is why she gained the respect of so many actors.
It is quite a large exhibition. We've got more than 70 costumes, ranging from a fabulous tiny little Shirley Temple costume from 1934, which is the earliest costume in the exhibition, right through to the 1960s. So there's some really elaborate kind of Victorian-style costumes, sequined and bejeweled performance outfits, leotards, some men's clothing as well. We've got things worn by Fred Astaire and Cary Grant, and also some really glamorous, gorgeous, just emulating Hollywood glamour of the sort of 1950s and 60s. So there's a real range of costumes, and the amazing thing is a lot of them are in beautiful condition, and the fabrics that Edith Head used are quite incredible. The rich velvets, the wonderful kind of new technologies of rayon and nylons and things, the silks, all of those. It's really quite fascinating to see what she did, and she certainly did a lot of opulent costume design.
What you can expect to see is the range of a woman's career and her contribution to Hollywood, okay? Edith did westerns, musicals, film noirs, dramas, comedies. She oversaw all of those productions. That's what people can expect to see, is the range of things she was responsible for designing or overseeing. And I think that's what's impressive. It's like, wow, she did that, she did that, she did that. It's like, yeah, she did all of these.